core at deep throttle.
T plus 33 seconds into flight. Under the power of 5.1 million pounds of thrust, Falcon Heavy is headed to space. We're throttling down at T plus 40 seconds to prepare for maximum dynamic pressure.
Power and telemetry are nominal.
We're hearing reports. Power and telemetry are nominal.
Vehicle is supersonic.
You may have heard the call out on Net 1. Vehicle is supersonic. Side boosters are throttling back up on power as we're through the period of maximum dynamic pressure. Trajectory looking good. You can hear the applause behind me as we've gotten past maximum dynamic pressure.
Second load limiting shutdown.
Continuing to decrease loads to minimize acceleration on the Falcon Heavy structure. Coming up on booster engine cutoff, called BECO, and separation of the two side boosters.
And back engine chill.
BECO.
Booster separation confirmed.
Successful separation, if you can hear me over the cheering. Side boosters now beginning a flip to begin returning back to Cape Canaveral. Side boosters have begun the boost back burn. The center core has throttled back up to power. Everything looking good on the flight of Falcon Heavy. The next major event, main engine cutoff of the center core and separation ignition of the second stage. Bottom middle view. Grid fins are out on the center core.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Here comes the fairing separation, and there it goes. We also have successful shutdown of the side booster boost back burn. So T plus 4 minutes, 25 seconds into flight. Side boosters on their way back to Cape Canaveral. Center core coasting out over the Atlantic.
Trajectory nominal.
Stage 2 looking good with a nominal trajectory.
So you'll see the side boosters on your left and right screen.
Side booster entry burn has started.
And there's the re-entry burn beginning.
Stage 2 trajectory nominal.
And the re-entry burn is complete for the side boosters. Now coming up in about 30 seconds, the center core, which you see on your center screen, will begin its re-entry burn.
Stage 1 entry burn has started. Side boosters are transonic.
And there you can see the re-entry burn for center core has begun. Coming up in about 5 seconds here, the side boosters landing burn will begin as well.
Side booster landing burn has started.
amazing
Stage 2
sight to
internal
see.
guidance.
Pressure.
Power and telemetry are nominal.
We're hearing reports. Power and telemetry are nominal.
Center screen will begin its re-entry burn.
Vehicle supersonic.
You may have heard the call out on
Side
net
booster
one.
stepping up.
Vehicle is supersonic. Side boosters are throttling back up on power as we're
Max
through the
Q.
period of maximum dynamic pressure. Trajectory looking good. You can hear the applause behind me as we've gotten past maximum dynamic pressure.
Stage 1, entry burn. Side boosters are transonic.
Next event
And
coming
there you
up
can see the
is
re-entry
chilling
burn
of
for
the
center
MVAC-D
core has
engine.
begun.
Get the turbo pump ready to ignite the main engine on the second stage in another couple of minutes.
Coming up in about 5 seconds here, the
Merlin
side
engine
booster's
performance
landing
looks
burn
good.
will begin as well.
We'll begin
Side booster landing burn has started.
to decrease load on the center core.
You can see the side boosters coming down. And
Miko.
Main engine cut off. Center core is shut
Stage
down.
separation confirmed.
Impact ignition.
Again, over the cheering. MVAC-D engine up on power. It looks good. Side boosters looking good. Still burning on their way back to Cape Canaveral. Grid fins are out on the center core.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Here comes the fairing separation, and there it goes. We also have successful shutdown. Vehicle is supersonic. Of the side booster boost back on power as we're through the period. So T plus 4 minutes 25 seconds into flight. Side boosters on their way back to Cape Canaveral. Center core coasting out
Stage
over
2
the
trajectory
Atlantic.
nominal.
Stage 2 looking good with a nominal trajectory looking good. Grid fins are out on the center core.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Here comes the fairing separation, and
And
there
as
it
you
goes.
guys have noticed, the grid fins have deployed on the
fins
side
are
boosters
out on
as
the
well as
center
the center
Fairing
core.
separation confirmed.
Those work to help
Here
guide
comes
the
the fairing
boosters back to a
separation,
nice
and there it
targeted
goes.
soft landing. See those
So
headed on my nose.
successful shutdown. Vehicle is supersonic.
As a reminder, today we'll be attempting to recover all 3 of the first stage cores, as all 3 boosters are currently on their way home. In just a few minutes, the side boosters will execute an entry burn, followed by a landing burn, and the center core will do much the same a few minutes later. Both burns are meant to slow the stage's speed down rapidly before landing.
At
As
the
you
time of
guys have noticed, the
separation, the
grid
side
fins
boosters are
have
traveling
deployed.
slow enough to turn around and make their way
Those
back
work
to
to
land
help
at a
guide the
side-by-side
boosters
landing
back to a
pad.
nice
The center
targeted
core, on the
soft
other hand,
landing.
is going too fast to efficiently return to the Cape, so we're using our autonomous drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
As a
If we have a
reminder, today
successful
we'll be
landing
attempting to
today, the
recover
side
all
boosters
3
will
of
be
the first stage
reflown on our
cores,
next Falcon heavy mission, STP-2.
In just a few minutes, the side boosters will execute an
And
entry
coming up
burn,
at about
followed
T
by a
plus
landing
6
burn, and
minutes,
center
will be
core
the
will
side
do much the
boosters
same a
re-entry
few minutes
burn.
later. Burns are meant to slow the stage's speed down rapidly before landing.
At
As
the
you
time
guys
of
have noticed, the
separation, the
grid
side
fins
boosters are
have
traveling
deployed.
slow enough to turn around back
work
to
to
land
help
at a
guide the
side-by-side
boosters
landing.
back
You
to
see
a
the
nice
side
targeted
boosters on
soft
your left
landing.
and right screen.
Side booster entry burn has started.
Going too fast. And there's the re-entry burn beginning using our autonomous drone ship. Of course, if we have a successful landing today, the side boosters will be reflown on our next Falcon heavy mission, STP-2.
In just a few minutes, the side
Stage 2
boosters
trajectory
will
Coming
nominal.
up at about
followed
T
by a
plus
landing
6
burn.
and the entry burn is complete for the side boosters.
Minutes.
Now coming up in about 30 seconds, the center core, which you see on your center screen, will begin its re-entry burn. At the time of separation, the side boosters are traveling slow enough to turn around back to land at a side-by-side landing. You see the side booster on your right screen.
Side booster entry burn has started.
Going too fast. Re-entry burn begins.
Stage 1, entry burn has started. Side boosters are transonic.
And there you can see the reentry burn for center core has begun. Coming up in about 5 seconds here, the side boosters landing burn will begin as well.
Side booster landing burn has started.
Our landing pads, Zone 1 and Zone 2. What an amazing sight to see.
Now we're waiting for the engine to shut down on the second stage and for the center core to land. Now, if all goes well, we'll have successfully recovered all 3 boosters, which we have never done before. Now, coming up in about 20 seconds, we're going to listen for confirmation of SECO 1, or second engine cutoff 1.
Ship AOS.
And back shutdown.
And we have confirmation.
Center core
Now we're
is
just waiting to hear
transonic.
good orbit.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And we have that confirmed. Good orbit.
Now coming up here in about 15 seconds will be the center core landing burn beginning. So again, as we mentioned earlier, this is going to be a challenging landing.
Stage 1, landing
And we
burn
are
is starting.
landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. And
Center core landing range on deployed.
looks like we lost the live view. First time on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. For the first time we've landed all 3 boosters for Falcon Heavy. What an amazing day. So now we are going to take a quick break.
And that is it. And whenever we're ready to start streaming, all I have to do simply to start the stream, you go back here, you see we're offline, nothing's on here. But if I wanted to start that stream and just let it play, then I can just make sure that it's on my test image.
So now the primary mission is still going well. We are about to enter the coast phase, so we're going to take a quick break. But we'll leave you with an animation that shows you where we are throughout the coast phase. We will be back at about T+26 minutes for second stage relight and the deployment of our satellite.
Welcome back to the webcast for the Arabsat-6A Falcon Heavy mission. We're at T+26 minutes, 45 seconds. Second stage with the satellite is about to cross the equator, west coast of Africa. So far today, if you missed it, you missed a great show. Liftoff right on time, 35 minutes after the hour. Side boosters separated as planned. 2 successful landings on landing zone 1 and 2. Center core shut down, second stage separated. Second stage went into the desired parking orbit where we are right now. And the center core executed a toasty landing out in the Atlantic Ocean on the drone ship. Now coming up in about 20 seconds, we're going to get ignition, about a brief reignition of the upper stage engine to carry the payload into the desired transfer orbit.
And back ignition.
Confirmation of ignition. We are up at the desired power. Tank pressure looks good. The turbine temps look good. You may have seen just before ignition the large white fluffy pieces moving away. That is solid oxygen. The stuff you breathe, it's so cold that it's solid, but it is not very dense. It's very fluffy. Liftoff is actually attached to one of the liquid oxygen overboard drain lines that we use. So coming off is
successful
normal.
landings on landing zone 1 and 2.
Now this burn is about an 85-second
stage
burn.
separated.
In
Second
that
stage
time,
went into the desired
we'll
parking
add
orbit where we are
2,800
right now.
meters per
The
second to
center
our
core
velocity.
executed up
That's
out
more
in the
than the
Atlantic
side
Ocean
boosters
on the
provided
drone
early
ship.
in flight,
Now coming
almost
up in
as
about
much as
20
what the
seconds,
center
we're going
core
to get
gave us.
ignition. About a brief reignition of the upper stage engine, the payload into
We've
the
throttled
desired
down the
transfer
engine
orbit.
to keep accelerations below the limit for our Arabsat customer. Everything continues to look good.
And back ignition.
The views of the nozzle of the upper stage engine coming
Confirmation
from
of
2
ignition.
SpaceX
We
cameras
are
on
up at
either
the
side
desired
of the
power.
second stage.
Tank pressure looks good. The turbine temps look good.
Continuing to throttle down,
You may have seen just before
and
ignition
we have shut down.
the large white fluffy pieces.
And back
That
shutdown.
is solid oxygen.
Right now
The
we're
stuff
waiting
you
to
breathe,
hear
it's so cold
what
that
the
it's
final
solid,
orbit looks like.
but it is not very dense. It's very fluffy.
Nominal
Liftoff
orbit
is actually one of the
Guidance engineer over one of the nets announced nominal orbit insertion. Right where we want to be, we're on a path going to take us almost 90,000 kilometers up above the Earth. Now we're in the good orbit we wanted. We're going to coast for the next 5 minutes or so. We'll be back with continuing coverage at 10 plus 33 minutes for the final step in today's